Yo, peace and love. This is Vay. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. So if you don't know, now you know. I was recently living in Tanzania for a few months and also went to Kenya throughout that time. And throughout my time in Tanzania, I ended up picking up a few phrases and words from the language. I don't know too much, but I think I know enough to help you when you go there so you're not lost, you know. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so yeah, I mean, it's good to learn any language out there, but instead of learning Spanish or French or what's other typical, or German, let's learn some African languages. So we're gonna do Swahili. Like the first things we learn when we're learning a new language is the greetings. So I'm gonna start with the greetings. I got them written down. So I will say the English word and then I will translate it to Swahili and then I'll put it on the screen. It just might be a little of a hassle, but we're gonna do it anyway. So we're gonna start with hello. You know, you always want to greet someone hello when you see them or make eye contact. You want to say hello. So in English, hello. In Swahili, you can say mambo. It's literally pronounced how it's spelled, mambo. Response for when someone tells you mambo, or the response you should expect, will be poa, which means like cool or fine, like I'm okay. Or you could say safi, which literally translates to, I think, like clean. So it's like you could say poa or safi. Be like, hey mambo, poa, safi. So that's how you say hello in the response to hello. Well, it doesn't really directly translate into English, but it's the best way to translate hello, but it doesn't directly translate to hello. It's their way of saying it, just like how Jamaicans would say wagwan or things like that. It doesn't directly translate to anything, but it has the same meaning. So yeah, mambo, poa, mambo, safi. You want to know somebody's name, so what is your name? In Swahili, jina lako ni nani? Jina lako ni nani? Means, what is your name? Jina lako ni nani? And the response is, my name is Jina lango Deve. Jina lango Malaika. Jina lango Ben. Jina lango. How are you? How are you? Habari yako. Habari yako. Habari yako. That's the most simple way to say it. Or you could say habari gani. Habari gani. So you greet someone, you'll say mambo, you'll say poa. Habari yako. Habari yako. Habari gani. How are you? And the response to that is, you would say, in English you would say, oh, I'm good, or I'm okay. In Swahili, there's many ways you could say it. You could say nzuri. 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 It's the N that gets the good pronunciation. Nzuri, which means good. You could say I'm good. Nzuri. Or you could say shwali. Shwali means I'm okay. Kamakawa. I can't really translate that one, but it's like means the same, like I'm okay. Kamakawa. Kamakawa. You'll hear that in Tanzania a lot. That's how they talk to each other. Kamakawa. Kamakawa. Another one, you could say salama, which means peace. Salama. Somebody says habari yako. You say salama. You hear a lot of them say that in the villages, especially. Salama, which directly translates to peace. Salama. And if someone says, yeah, habari yako, how are you? You'll say, oh, I'm fine, and you? So you will say nzuri, na wewe, na wewe. Na wewe means, and you? Na wewe. Where are you from? Where are you from? You hear this one a lot. Where are you from? They'll say, unatoka wapi? Unatoka wapi? Unatoka wapi? Where are you from? Which country are you from? You hear this a lot as a foreigner. Unatoka wapi? Unatoka wapi? And the response is, you'd say, I'm from New York, I'm from America. In Swahili, what's it? Natoka Amerikani. Natoka Amerikani. Natoka, I am from. Natoka Amerikani. Natoka Ghana. Natoka Jamaica. Natoka Nigeria. And goodbye. Goodbye. In Swahili, kwaheri. 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 Or sometimes when you want to say like the slang, you'll say like later. Like how we say later, they'll be like badai. 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 Or you could also say tutu onana. Tutu onana badai. See you later. See you later. Tutu onana badai. Or you could say see you tomorrow. Tutu onana kesho. Or you could just say kesho, like tomorrow. Kesho. Kesho. So there's a few more important ones before I forget. So when you see someone, you'll say hello, have a conversation, then you're gonna wanna say good morning, or good evening, or good afternoon. And I got those for you right now. So in Swahili, to say good morning, you literally say habari za asubuhi. Habari za asubuhi. Or for short, you could say za asubuhi. Za asubuhi. Za asubuhi. Za asubuhi. Habari za asubuhi. It literally translates to news of the morning in a question form. News of the morning. Habari za asubuhi. And you notice I said habari a couple times in a couple of sentences. Habari literally means like news. It's like whenever someone says habari, they're asking about something. Like how is something? So that's how, even if you don't know what it directly means, you could use those like clues to figure out what someone is talking about or what they're saying. And you could just say a basic response like poa or nzuri. So yeah, habari za asubuhi, news of the morning. And to say good afternoon, you say habari za mchana. Habari za mchana. Za mchana. Habari za mchana. News of the afternoon. Habari za mchana. Good evening. Evening is like, you know, like around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. Good evening. You say habari za jioni. Habari za jioni. Habari za jioni. Or za jioni. News of the evening. Habari za jioni. And another one you really want to know, and you'll hear this if you're like a foreigner walking around in like villages and local places. You know, if you're not being a typical tourist, you're going to hear this when you walk around local places. You'll hear little kids or younger people than you, or people that appear younger than you, say shikamu. 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 This is how you greet people that are older than you. It is a way of showing respect. I don't think there's a direct translation to English, but it pretty much means I respect you. Like, I respect you. Shikamu. 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 And the response is a little, I really believe it's an Arabic word. The response to shikamu is marahaba. Marahaba. It's like saying I agree or I acknowledge you. So you'll be in the village, walking around, you see some kids, it'll be like a group of them, they'll be like, shikamu, with their little cute voices, shikamu. You tell them, marahaba, marahaba. And I guarantee you this is going to happen to you. So remember this. They're going to tell you, shikamu, shikamu. You tell them, marahaba. Or even if you're in the village and you see some older people, or an older person, maybe a mama with something on her head walking around, you tell her, shikamu, zasibui, and she'll respond to you, marahaba, salama, and they'll keep it moving. So marahaba, I acknowledge you. I acknowledge you. Marahaba. Shikamu, I respect you. You tell this to people who are older than you, elders. That's how you show respect. Okay. So now, you know, when you're out in the streets, you want to be polite. Sometimes you might want to ask questions. So we're going to go over like polite vocabulary, things like please, thank you, and blah, 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 and ray. So we're going to start with please. To say please in Swahili, it is tafadali. 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 Look at that rabbit. tafadhali. To say thank you, you'll probably know this even before you get there. Asante. Asante. Not asanti. Asante. You want to put effort into your pronunciations. They'll respect you a lot more and treat you less like a tourist and not give you big tourist prices. So you want to say asante. Asante. Not asanti. Asante. Asante. To say thank you very much, asante sana. And you realize in that language, when you get more familiar with it, sana will always mean like much or very. Like it means like a lot. So maybe someone would say kubwa sana, which means very big. Sana, very. So asante sana, thank you very much. Thank you, asante. Now to say you're welcome, you'll say karibu. Karibu. You hear this a lot, especially when someone welcomes you into their house or you're at a restaurant and they're bringing you food, they'll say karibu. Or before they take your order, they say karibu. Karibu. Or to say you're very welcome, you say karibu sana. Karibu sana. Karibu sana. Karibu. Kind of like the animal that lives in Alaska. Caribou. Karibu. Instead of a C, it's a K. Karibu. To say I'm sorry, there's a few ways. I know like the local way they say pole. Pole. And the formal way is samahani. Samahani. So I'm sorry, pole, or samahani, which is the more formal way, and it's more like saying sorry, excuse me. Samahani. Samahani. To say yes, you say ndio. 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 There's a lot of n and in all the words, so you want to pronounce it right. Ndio. Ndio. Someone asks you, oh, do you want to go for a swim? Ndio. And to say no, hapana. Hapana. Or they say si, which is the opposite of Spanish. They say si. So a si or hapana. Now, I don't know how much I covered. I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm trying to just say as much as I know that I feel is important. Maybe I'll do a part 2 to this video. But now I'm gonna name some random ones that you'll definitely hear a lot and you'll want to know. So everyone knows this one. And when you say no worries, you say Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
There's no trouble. Hakuna Matata. Or what you'll more commonly hear from the locals, because that's more like tourist Swahili, they'll say Hakuna Shida. Hakuna Shida. And to say okay, you hear sawa. Sawa. Sawa sawa. Or aya. Sawa sawa. So maybe someone's saying, oh, we can meet tomorrow, or do you want to do this or that? And when you agree, you say sawa. Or when someone's telling a story, you say sawa sawa. Sawa sawa. Or aya. Aya. You'll hear that a lot. So this one is good for when you're out in the street and you want to buy something and you want to know the price. So to say, how much is this? You say shingapi. 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 This translates to how much? How much? And then if you're gonna ask that in Swahili, you might as well know the numbers in Swahili. So I'll give you the ones that I know. So to say one, they'll say moya. I might not be pronouncing it right, but moya. Moya. Moya means one. They can say one and they can be meaning like 1,000 shillings. Or to say two, mbili. 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 To say three, tatu. 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 Like 3,000. Tatu. And sadly, I don't know four and the rest, but you could look those up. Maybe you're on a bike, like a picky or something, and the bike driver just going fast, just hauling ass through traffic, and you're getting kind of scared. You want to tell them to slow down, so you're gonna say, kaka, tafadhali, pole pole, pole pole, pole pole, slowly, slowly, pole pole, slowly, slowly. Kaka translates to brother. Brother, that's how they greet each other. You know, you see someone in the street, kaka, habari, kaka, nambie, kaka. That's how you say brother, kaka. Sister, dada, dada. You want to get a sister's attention in the market. Maybe you want to buy something off of her. You want to get her attention. Dada, dada, Joe, Joapa, Joapa, come here, come here. Sister, come here. Dada, Joapa, tafadhali. Sister, come here, please. Father is baba. Father, baba. Mother, mama. It's the same, you'll know it. Mother, mama. So I can't think of any more off the dome right now, so I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'll probably do a part 2 if people end up liking it and actually want to know more. But hope y'all niggas was taking notes, writing them down, study those words. If you're taking a trip to Tanzania or Kenya, study them, write them down, and at least go over them like once a day. So when you get there, you're not completely lost and people not trying to rob you. Nah, I'm playing. But just take your time and study the words, because you're definitely going to need it when you're out there, especially in Tanzania, because not a lot of people speak like fluent English. So if you want to get by, learn the language. Take a trip to Tanzania. You will love it. You have like everything in Tanzania. You got culture, you got safaris, you got mountains, you got beaches, you got islands, you got it all. So go enjoy Africa, connect to your motherland, and go immerse yourself in the local culture. Just don't go to tourist places, because you'll never get the real authentic version of Tanzania. Book your trip, live your best life, don't think twice, and yeah, peace, live it up.